and then, so let's pair it up.
See, I'm going inside your body. So I'm just
Then you're having trouble getting reaching to his head, right? So what you could do is, right, there, right? Instead of going on top, right? You go underneath and then you go on top. Bring him down. Right? So just try this variation for a short time and then we'll move on.
It's that step I have to go.
Countering against front kick, right? We use the same, say if we start off from a neutral stance, kick comes in and we use the same side step, right? And from here, we can cover, right? So it comes in, kick, and then we can cover the leading arm, kick, right? So this is a partial movement, right? So you make sure your hand does not go down like this, right? So you go slightly across. Okay? So cover this arm. Alright. So let's try a few times on your own one. When you step across, put your weight on the back foot, then you can move with the front foot. In fact, when I'm going across, I can use this.
always on the same line, right? Take
How do you know which toe to turn out?
well, if this hand's in front, this is my front leg.
So it turns a little bit?
Yeah. This one's in front, and this one. Whatever leg is pointing to your opponent's center. See? See that leg? That's the leg that's pointing to my center?
Right.
That's your front leg you kick me with. That was pointing away from me. No, the feet should be level, parallel. The feet should be parallel, but turn your waist a little bit. Now, point that foot out that way. Right. Now spin your knees. Right. Keep your hand out here a little bit. Thumb in so don't jam your thumb. And that's the leg you kick me with. See? It's logical. That's your front leg. Right. You know, that's in your William Cheung practitioner, you wouldn't notice that. That's the same leg like this.
Any questions?
Yes, I got one.
Yeah.
On the distance, like, if the guy, you gotta move, how you half step or?
Oh, yeah. So from here, right? From here, right? You don't want to put this foot too close here. Right? You want to. Now we're going to deal with, see, in the front stance system, right? So we're going to look at it very carefully. That for him to come in and strike you, he got to step with the front foot. Right? So if he comes across, then he will swing around, right? I'm going to show you how to deal with a spinning back fist. Right? The most important thing is, let's say he steps across here, so fakes with this punch, and then spins around here, right? So the most important thing is, if I could, see I follow that front foot. Right? I follow the front foot, right? And I avoid that automatically. So what we're going to do is, right? He steps across, right? We follow that across, and then come back. Right? Right. So you cover. Okay.
When you follow the front foot,
Yeah.
you position your body according to his body. Is that what you're saying? You're following more or less
No. See, because he cannot spin like that because he will be lost his mind. He has a position here and he can spin. Can you understand?
So when he positions, you position.
Yeah. Right? So I'm avoiding my body original is here. So, right? And I'm avoiding the target area. All right. So so from here, 1, right, and 2, right, just 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, right. Or 1, 2, right. Or 1, 2, right. Because same thing for him to spin around and kick, right? Right? Same thing. Right? We could the kick could come down here. Right? So if you follow the front foot, follow the direction it goes, then you're avoiding the target area. Avoiding putting yourself at the target area. Right? All right? So from here, 1, 2, 2, or 1, 2.
Right.
in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
You should really go.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you can move in, right? Yeah, yeah.
You want this stance?
Yeah.
This stance?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, firstly, don't worry about defending first, right? Just worry about what he's doing first, right? So let's keep our eyes open, right? So he comes in, right? Right. Okay? So what happened is, now let's have this line, and we know that you do it on this line, right? So he comes in, right? See that? See, when he comes in, he steps across, right? When he comes in, he steps across, right? Then he skis around, right? Right? So even though it's very insignificant, very little, but that is for him to prepare for that spin, right? If he steps across this way, he cannot spin. How can he spin? Right? So you've got to understand the mechanics behind the movement first, right? Then, right? Right? So you just one half step, that's all. Right? So I just take a half step across. All right? Do it slowly first. You won't get, if you can't do it slowly, how can you do it fast? Okay.
Does it work on all spin kicks?
Yeah, you work on this, right? 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 Yeah. Or spinning back kick. No, that's spinning back.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because you're stepping away from target area. Right? If you don't move, then you'll be in trouble. You've got to stop that kick coming through. Or you don't know whether it's a kick or a punch. Right? So shifting across, they give you more room. All right? And also on the second form, the second form, right? So let's have a break about 5 minutes. One, two, and three. Okay, now let's go back. One, two, and three. Can you move back a little? Yeah. Now, see this person standing like this. So I'm moving from here, and then palm strike. So I'm using this to occupy the central line so that I make my opponent to move around me, so make him move longer distance. Right? And I pick up the knee to protect when I move in, and then swing around. Right? That grabs his neck, and then the palm strike. Okay. So let's do this three. One, two, three. So we can tear it up. Right? So you got a partner. When you're moving, he throws a punch, then you push this arm up to deflect that punch. Right? So from here, right? So let's tear it up. throw punch, right? So I'm from here, there, right? So that's one, right? Then you swing around, two, pull him forward. Then this is a palm strike, covering and checking, right? So you pull him forward and then palm strike. Okay? Let's just watch it slowly, right? See, you can go in either side. It makes no difference, right? So what you do is maybe if this is easier for you, right? You go in this side, you change, and then you pull him forward and then punch. Right? So the movement is you go in, pull him forward, and punch. The grab to the neck, right? Check the elbow and palm strike, and come back here, and then the strike to the kidney. Right? So you got, then we start off from here, right? And then strike to the kidney. So we just Hyun Sao, yeah, the Hyun Sao, and the palm strike to the kidney. 10 wooden dummy technique. For a round punch, comes along the other side. There, right? So you do a bounce out, and then punch out, right? There. Right? So this movement come from a crane. When the fisherman hit the crane with the fishing rod, the crane just throw it swing out, right? So there, right? So you turn, right? There, you turn, right? And then strike to the to the rib or the stomach. Right? Okay, so you got and turn there. So you got 1 and then 2. Okay, let's try it. Let's do it together. So you enter, right? You enter, right? And then round strike, right? And then that round punch comes in, right? Then, right? And then the other round punch comes in, right? You do a counter, tune, and then strike, or strike on top, right? So you got from here, right? The other person swing that other arm. Right, a gun, a heel, and strike. Right, gun, heel, and strike. Right. So let's try this one. Right. So gun, right, heel, right, park, and strike. Right. So gun, heel, park, checking the elbow. Right. Okay. So you got that. Right. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. You check on the elbow, right? From here, right? So without moving here, you just bring this arm back. So then, yeah. So in, right? Strike, right? With this one, you can add on the kick, or you can, right? So a ball, right? A gun, pin, right? And then step away for the arm break. Now, I'm going to do some lifestyle exercise for practicing contact reflexes. At first, we don't use the footwork. We just stay on the same position, right? So basically, there's 3 movements, right? 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2. And then 3, right? So let's line up to do this one, and then we'll do the left side, and then we'll do the other side. You're using from here, right? Lateral, punch, right? And then bong sao. Right, bong sao is coming from underneath up, right? A lot of you are doing it wrong. It's coming from underneath up. Right? Yeah, from underneath up. Right? So, right, so you got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? One, two, right, 3, right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Right. Sort of slightly stepping across. Right. So you got. So you got he's standing on the side stage. Right? So from here, there, not moving the foot, don't move. So. Right. So just do the arm movement. Now, the main thing is you got to get that elbow up so that you can. Lateral exercise is to open up position and punch, right? I have questioned that whether you have to use the punching arm to maintain contact. I say no, because you see, strictly speaking, right? So he's got from here, right? You got to, that's already bringing him in the punch, right? You're not using this, right? So you that, right? But you position your arm before you punch. Okay. Right? You this, right? Position this arm. Right? So he locks up. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a few minute break and get ourselves freshened up, and then we move on to. See, with this exercise, you're training your coordination, your eye reflexes, and maneuvering, right? So you got from here, right? There, right? And then you change around, Right? There, there, right? Now, and then say if he's from here, swing this, if this punch is coming on top, right? So what you do is from here, and then you back to, so you use the bills out instead of there. And then back to, just maybe occasionally you do one on the top. So that's why you have to be very alert. Right? So from here, you use the bills out, bring this back, and then you're back to the routine again. Right? Back to the routine again. Right? Right. And then, all right. Okay. So after the views out, and then you just do a lap up from underneath. Yeah. you got the using the views out, right? Say if he brings this arm across and hits underneath, right? So you use the gums out, and then you come hit, back to the routine again. So from here, so you're back to the routine again. You just one gums out, and then bring it across. Okay. All right. More. How do I get where? So from here, you bring my arm across, and then right. So gums out, and then and then you're back to the routine again. After gums out, or after the gums out. Okay. So we deal with straight punch across from above, underneath. All right.
He's doing action.
So you back to the routine again. For the bridge means the arm or the leg, right? So, well, the most important thing about learning martial art is you don't accept everything that people told you or people tell you. You use your own rationalization and then you have to use your logic and trying to analyze whether it's some move. See, because sometimes that you could learn a very good technique from a master, but because you feel differently, and the technique could apply perfectly with him, but with you because you feel differently. So you have to choose, and also you have to try to understand what you do, then just copy. Another thing is there was a very famous experiment they did with the baseball players, at the MIT Boston. They took the baseball players. They took maybe 100 of them and divided into 3 groups and let them to shoot the basketball ring, shoot and take down the ball. So the first group, what they do is after they shoot, they train them for a month, 1 hour every day, and they found out the first group improved like 27%, their score after training for a month every 1 hour every day. And the second group, they don't do any training at all, they just took them back again in a month, and so their score is the same. The third group, they don't make them practice, but they make them sit in front of the ring and just watch the ring. Just think about how to shoot it. And then their score improved 22%, and very significant. So the moral of the story is that the same thing with when you do martial art, not necessarily you have to do it physically. You can do it with your head. And in fact, to understand with your head is more important than just practice and practice. And when you do the form, and that is very important because your concentration comes into, right? So training martial art, training kung fu and something. I'll show you the form and if you want to ask some questions. A lot of training in the bounce out, the laps out, bounce out, laps out, punch. Anyone want to ask me questions? Yes?
With the, what's the name of the form, the Cheung Q?
Yeah, okay.
The Cheung Q form, does it just strengthen or just teach you about lateral movement, or does it teach you about the usage of the bounce out? Or is it just, mostly?
Combination. See, remember in the cylinder form, you train the movements, you train the arm movements without footwork. Then you train in the champion form, you train the coordination. The footwork as well as the arm movement. Yes?
Yeah, I heard one time with 8 kicks, but I'm wondering what are the 8 kicks?
They're more than 8 kicks.
Yeah.
They are more than 8 kicks. Even with the front kick, there's 4 types of front kicks.
Would you, in the course of this seminar, demonstrate the things, perhaps tomorrow?
We'll show you some kicks. Yeah.
How long does it usually take to ceiling down?
To do the ceiling top, 10 minutes.
Excuse me, to do
To,
the form?
no, that's,
During your form, you rolled your hand back at one, or with the roll. What was the purpose of that? It was in the middle of the form. It was after strike. You kind of rolled your hand back. Was it a hook block? Or,
which one?
I can't remember.
This
Yeah, well, it was with a fist or at the end.
here?
And then you went it straight out. No.
No.
It was towards the end. Yeah, that's block, right? And then after that, there was another one. It was a punch out, and I think you rolled your hand back. Is that a block?
Here's the end of the form, the very end.
The very end. There.
That's what he means.
Yes.
Oh, this. Oh. Let's do train your wrist,
Oh,
right?
Okay.
And also,
I could get the purpose of the other form. I didn't know what that was for. But that's training you to get the
oh yeah,
movement and
it's
the
because you
movement.
didn't come on the
Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday. The rotation is also to train you to maneuver your arm. Yeah. You know how? Right. See, if I throw a punch
Yeah.
and he pushed my arm, right, I rotate, what happened?
Oh, I see.
I avoid his force. So I was inside of his arm, right? And then I become outside,
I see.
right? So this is to practicing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. The other one is he throws a punch, right? There, right? That is that movement. Are you trying that?
Oh, I see.
Last up. Last up.
Do you,
Yes.
on the breathing on this, I see that keep the mouth tight all the time.
Yeah. You breathe through with your nose. All the time when you do the form, the tongue touching the roof of your mouth, so that the mouth water, the saliva come down and nourish the system.
Tongue to move the mouth.
Yeah. Yes.
Is there any particular technique in pushing your ribcage, diaphragm, and abdomen together to compact the body, let's say in a punch, or
No, see, we don't do that. There's training like that in Southern Fremantle style, but not in William Cheung.
not much?
Not in William Cheung. Yeah. But we do breathe here, learn how to breathe from down
So
here.
there's no compression,
No,
per se.
no.
There's no power.
No.
Okay,
That's the Southern Fremantle.
thank you.
Yes.
This technique.
Oh yeah. That is the arm break. The one that. But when you apply, right? So punch comes in, right? That you push that arm across first, right? So that's why you do two movements. Yes.
The lateral foot move you was using, do you use it as an offensive and defensive measure?
See, you learn going across this way, right? If somebody circle you, I don't know whether you have met up with Ying Yi style or boxing they circle you, right? So instead of say if he circle me, I turn, then I get my body twisted and I'm more out of position, right? Then what I do is, right? So I cut him off. Instead of turning like this, you probably heard this famous Kung Fu Wing Chun master. I shouldn't tell this story. He's very famous. His name is Leon. He had a challenge match, and he was standing like this, right? He was standing like this. So the other person was a Tai Chi master or something, and he start circling him, so he go, right? And then he becomes this position. And then the next thing happened, he was, yeah, he got grabbed on the arm, and he was, right? So you don't do that, yeah. You go cross, right? So the Cham Kiu form is to learn, to train you to move on this level, right? And then, because you're dealing with a person in front of you.
So do you slide or you step in or?
Oh, step. Don't drag your feet, right? Don't do that because you will not be able to do that in the street, right? You have to learn, to use, to take a step.
When you're doing the bounce out, when you're doing.
Oh, this one, the low bounce out.
Yeah.
The low bounce out, you practice like that. But when you're using it, you're using exactly the opposite. Right? The guy throws a punch, throws a kick. Right? Right? You use it this way, but when you practice, you go in that way.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I couldn't understand.
Right? Right? So you bring your body away from, right? You bring your body away from, right? So you do this way, but when you use it, you do this way, right?
Okay, I couldn't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just fight whoever's in front of you, and that's taking it.
Well,
What's your philosophy on that?
well, my strategy would be that say if you have three people, and it would be stupid for me to go in attack or defend against three people like that, right? So what I would do is I would shift so that he would be in between the other two persons. Right? So you only have to deal with one at a time. But of course, things are, never that ideal, But
What if they surround you?
then you're in a very bad But then if they surrounded you, then you just have to attack one and then turn around. Otherwise, but it's very hard. It's very hard, very hard to fight more than one person.
Yeah.
If the other person knows what to do, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Attacking, the ranges of attack.
Yeah.
A lot of people have the misconception that this is just an infighting system.
Oh no, you can see he's there, right? See, I could come from here, right? With my entry, I could, with an entry, right? I could just one step, I could move from there. There's no.
Are there variations to that entry that you just did?
No. Yeah, well, you can move. See, he got his foot forward, right? So you move in cross leg or parallel, left leg against right, or right leg against right. So that's not a variation, but that's just, how you move in.
Is it important where you land? Or
Yeah. See, if you go in cross leg, you don't land out here, right? Because he can turn you around and then you have no defense for your back. So you land inside, right?
Oh.
Right? You can be either side of the arm, but you land inside of the leg, right? But if you go in cross leg, parallel, you go outside of the arm, right? Same thing in here. If you go in here, you will not be able to see this part, and then he can turn you around, right? Right? So if you have read, there's an inside Kung Fu, they did a small write-up if you read it very carefully, even though it's not a very accurate report, but that's, yeah, they mark up something, right? But that does give you an idea that you should deal with, in fighting, there are 3 stages, right? You should be very clear in your mind. The 3 stages is different. Yeah, it's like you're having dinner, right? You cut up the dinner, you put it in your mouth, and then you chew, you swallow. It's all different. I mean, you say eating is eating. Eating is not exactly the same movement, right? Can you understand? Same thing in fighting. That he's there and I'm here is different than we're both in here and hitting each other, right? So it's a different range, and there's different situations when you're using different techniques.
The most important stage of those 3 phases is the exchange stage, the most important?
Oh, yeah. See, from here, even from here, right? Even you make contact, and still I cannot reach it, right? I have to move in slightly in order to reach it, right? So this is what I call a contact stage. This is what I call an exchange stage, right? So to move, even though it would be maybe 3-4 inches different, maybe it's just the leaning of the body or turning of the shoulder or something, right? But it does represent the difference, yeah, of each stage. So you have a stage that you cannot, right? And also a lot of people, they don't realize that when they don't realize where the threat comes from, the threat, right? Say if I'm fighting on the front foot stance, right? On a front foot stance, right? He's there, right? So what is the threat? What is the threat towards him? Front kick will not be able to reach him.
The guard, relay.
Yeah, the relay. Right? This is the kick that you got to watch. Right? Right? This is the one that you got to watch, not anything else. Right? Say if he's on a front stance, right? It's that one that I have to watch. Right? Because they can reach me. None of them can reach me unless he breach. So you have to recognize the threat immediately. Yeah, so he has to breach, right? And then he kick with the front leg, right? So there is 2 movements, right? It's like if you play chess, you know that you have one move, I have one move, you have one move, I have one move, right? So that is one move, and that is 2 moves, right? Right?
So by that time you already...
Yeah, by that time I have time to do something else.
So it still applies watching that back leg then?
No, it's not. It's not. But you have to be. It's not watching that back leg. But you got to watch. See, in fact, the thing I advise people to watch is this point. But I relate his movement to this point. Can you see? Right? You're still watching. You're still watching that point. Right? Then I relate all the movements. Right? Whether he's stepping in. See, if he's on a front stance, he's going to hit you with the front. He got to step in to hit you, right? But that is one movement. That is not 2 movements, right? That is 2 movements, right?
That's okay.
Right? So you have to learn how to recognize the threat. Then once you learn that, then everything will sort of take easy. Like I show you that, that person, and he said, oh, look, I'm spinning this 80 miles an hour. How can you see it? But you can't. If you know that he has to step across before he could spin around. Right? He cannot spin from here because his whole body is twisted. Right? So he got to turn a little bit, and then swing. So if you can read that, and it will help you, right? Yes?
I'm just curious, when you're fighting an opponent, what would you say that you would place your attention on for the most part?
Elbow, the nearest elbow, right? Especially you fight a boxer. You fight a boxer, he's going to jab you. He's going to blur your eyesight, right? So you cannot look at the fist. You got to look at cover the elbow, right? Right. So from here, right? You cover the elbow, so you cannot. Right? You jam the elbow, you jam the movement. Right? But if you're dealing with the punch, then you're going to be in defense all the time. Right? Elbow, right?
So I see you put a lot on the watch, and what's one of the exercises to increase?
Oh yeah. Firstly, you go home, you go home and find out the range of how much you can see first. Right? So without moving your head, just move your eyes, see how much you can see, and you'll be surprised you see so little. Right? See, because most Caucasian, they have high eyebrow here, and then you don't see very much from here. Right? So you probably can see more on the side. So you find out the range first. Right? Find out the range. And also, then you, for training your eyes, right? For training your eyes. See, because it's different than what you do during the daily activity. In daily activity, you say, something goes very fast. In fact, you don't focus on the thing that goes. You focus beyond that, and then you see the shadow, and you say, that goes very fast. Right? But in fighting, it's different. In fighting, you want to focus on these things, right? So you do exactly opposite what you normally would do, right? So then some exercise that you can do is you get somebody standing in front of you, right? So you go like this, you go, right? So you got to learn how to follow, right? Right? And then you'll find out that it's fighting it, that you're trying to follow things that are coming in towards you. Right? You got to get firstly, you get rid of the fear or that shock. Then you are able to see more. You are able to react. If you still have that shock, right? Yeah, when years ago when they in Taekwondo they had this what they call the hammer kick, right? And they score all the time. Firstly, because they cannot see it comes, they cannot see it coming down. They cannot see even if it goes up. If they can see it, they still in the shock. They would not be able to react to it. Right? Right? Even though it's just so simple, they take half a step backward and then everything will be falling. Isn't it? Right? But because you're still in shock, that you will not be able to react to it.
Something to do with your nervous system?
Oh yeah. If you see what we're trying to do is we're trying to rehearse all the situations that we have counter for every situation, right? So we take the shock element out of and then we can react to it, right? If you still have that shock element, right? Unless you have a built-in program, then you say, if I cannot recognize it, I just maybe jump over there 2 steps or maybe doing something, So that's what we're trying to do.
Really the shock and the fear.
Oh yeah, you've got to take that elements out first, right?
Systematic exercises or train the eyes.
Yeah, train the eyes, right? You got see your eyes you know, it's easier for your eyes to follow something down here than to follow something back this way, right? Because your eye is not used to going this direction rather than that direction, right? And also, it's hard to follow things like that, or like this, right? Because, you know, a circle, right? So you, but once you spend maybe a few hours, you know, get a partner, spend a few hours. Once you have recognized it, and then you work out how you're going to deal with it, there's nothing, right? It's just a matter of, you know, getting, you know, recognizing it and learning how to deal with it.
Is that why most classical computer systems use those circular type of
Well, they have, yeah.
type techniques?
Yeah, they're not easy to block because you don't see it unless you know you learn how to recognize it, right? Right? They you know, but a lot of people they don't realize, you know, they think, yeah.
Do you use knees at all in Wing Chun?
In Wing Chun. No, you don't, but when you attack to the knee, we don't use the knee.
The side kick to the knee?
Yeah, or reverse kick, you know, or kick, or the side kick, right? Or it just you know, just kick from out here. Yes.
How do you generate power with Wing Chun?
Well, you have to understand how the body, how the mechanic, right? See, with a punch like this, right? We're using the triceps rather than the biceps. But for a punch like that, it's the biceps, right? So that means that if you, they have some university, some library, they have done study of arm movement. You know, you should pick some books out and have a look at, you know, what they found out. Right? They have a proper proportion that they say if the biceps, the perfect man, the perfect build for the arm is if this is 1/3 the size of the arm, and it's okay. But if the bicep is bigger than 1/3 of the arm, that means you'll have cumbersome, you have slowing down your movement, right? And but with this, right? So you train the triceps for this punch. No, I'm talking about this punch. Right? Okay. Right. So by stretching the stretching, right? And also, like you look at, you take the athletes, you take the ball players, right? So you see those guys playing tennis and how they hit the ball, right? The follow through, right? So that means that if you have a punch, if you see somebody punching like this, that means he's pulling back all the power. Right? It doesn't make sense, right? Because you don't see McEnroe hitting a ball like this. He hits the ball like that. Well, why the hell he spend so much energy doing it like that? If he could have done it like this, right? It doesn't make sense, right? So you must learn how to follow through, right? So when you punch, you must learn how to follow through. And all this is in theory. Then you have a bag, and you start hitting the bag. Then you realize that doesn't matter what style you do, you will probably See, a lot of people, they're probably doing too much running, and they kick because their hamstrings are too short. When they start running, they shorten their hamstrings, right? So their kicks are very, very tense, very tight, right? So you have to do a lot of stretching. Do a lot of stretching. Yes.
You know, they say that running is the best way to build the body and have endurance. What would you do to, get endurance as well as build up the body and the legs
You don't.
and the wing?
You can do the same thing. You can do what they call diamond jump or skipping or.
Skipping rope is good.
Oh, yeah.
Skipping rope, of course.
I think it's better than running. But running generally, well, it moves your whole body, right? But the trouble is you tighten up the hamstring, so your kick will be very slow when you're building up too much. This is like the biceps of your arm. Right? If you have this too big, then your kick will be very slow.
Do you think running maybe twice a week is not bad?
Well, you have to, even though you do once a week, you still have to do a lot of stretching to compensate for. Yeah.
Does that mean you would recommend avoiding all exercise for the biceps and just work the triceps and shoulders?
No, I'm saying that the bicep would not help you punch like that. Would not help, right? And also there's a proportion, 1 to 3, proportion, 1 to 3 of the arm, right? That if your bicep is too big, then you slow yourself down, right? That's what I'm saying, right? But it's best for you to get a book from the library or have a look at how the muscle formations and how they have a lot of new developments
On Wednesday, you said though that push-ups would slow down your punch.
Yeah, push up, you build up your biceps. Right, it would slow down.
So what would you recommend for just building up speed for your triceps?
The numeric punching that I show you, right? And then on the back, on the punching bag.
When you're practicing on a bag, do you always just count them up in here?
Yeah, trying to get the distance.
So you never ever pull your
No,
arm
you'll be too long. The punch will be too long. It takes too long.
So, like all the punches in traditional karate from back here, those are too long.
Yeah, but once they get over 6'10", all the punches are from here. So they only taught you to do that so they can beat you up.
Just practice.
Yeah, trying to get it, right?
And you always hit it with your fist vertical like that?
The reason we do that is so that your elbow is protecting your body, right? That's the only reason, right? If you punch somebody straight underneath, you can keep your elbow in defense, right? But if you punch like that, somebody straight underneath, you got to bring your elbow in just a little bit longer, right? And sometimes it all depends on the person. That I don't think there's that much difference, But that would be just getting the elbow defending the body.
So when are you moving to New York?
No, I'll be back in No, this one is got nothing to do with that punch. But this one is the positioning, right? So you do, right? It's just, you throw the punch, right? You defend that punch by positioning for this, that's all.
But do you apply a pull?
No, this is the defense. This is separate. Got nothing to do with the punch.
No, I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is, do you apply a pull or is it just a parry?
Oh, parry.
There is no pull.
No, don't pull him in. Right? Don't pull him in. Don't pull him in. Yes.
If the punches are basically muscular in origin, then how can a smaller and lighter person, a woman who is never been equal in muscle power, how can you?
No. Speed. Right? From the speed. Right? See, if you look at it very carefully, that the stronger person, heavier person would have the power after the contact, the resistance, and maybe the momentum, right? But for the same punch, you're talking about on the point of contact is the speed, right? Speed is force. Force is power, right? If you look at the formula, all right? You have to learn how to relax. See, the way we do it with the punch is we relax the muscle and then contract the muscle, and then you do it suddenly, and you speed up the movement. Right?
Could I see that? Could you do a small demonstration?
Yeah.
That's where you're building speed up?
Yeah, right.
I didn't see that yet. Would you show it?
Right. So you do a what I call a numeric punching exercise, right? So you call to yourself, right? 1, you punch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you build it up. Right?
Is it better to take them all?
No. See, it doesn't matter if you tighten this part, because it's this part that you're using it. Right? If you punch it like that, it's no good. Right? But it's, can you understand? You have to relax the muscle that you're going to use, right? But this happened in Wing Chun. We're using this muscle, right? So you can tighten this one, right? But if you're going to punch like that, right? You're using this muscle, right? And you're using this torque, but it's different, isn't it? Every punch is different, right? Okay. Yes?
In other words, it's the velocity of the mass that you're moving, which creates the force.
Oh yeah, changing the velocity, right? Changing velocity. Yeah.
How do the knuckles contact the surface on the punch?
Yeah. You're trying to see this is these three we're using, right? But other styles they're using this too.
So it's no type of wrist movement or straight?
It's better not to use wrist movement to start off because you might do damage to the wrist. Yeah, if you are not positioned. Yeah. If you try to do that, you might damage your wrist.
Is punching away a little of the country?
Oh yeah. Or with the bag. Right? There's one very good training is if you have a round table, say about 4 foot in diameter, and you put the bag on to start off maybe 50 pounds, don't fill it with sand, right? Fill it with gravel. those gravel this side. So that if it's sand, after a little couple of months, it will become like a rock, because all the sands all, tighten up and become very hard. The gravel will lose, right? So you have 3 or 4 people, you can, so this table, right, the bag, three or 4 people around the table, and you have one person sending the bag over here, and you send it to the other person, passing along. And then you can keep adding, fill up the bag, fill up to, I don't know, 80 pounds is very heavy. 100 pounds is very, very heavy. Because the bag is sliding along the table.
So this don't have nothing to do with this, just have a question. I seen you and Bruce Lee stand beside a 500-pound bag. You used to practice on it?
How many times?
It said 500, but the magazine.
In Bruce Lee book?
No, it was you and Bruce Lee when you was kids or something. It was a big bag. It was never about that big. Do you look at it? No. Probably something magazine made up.
Nah, they just make up. I mean, we were doing 120 pounds, but that was after like a couple of years of training.
I see.
If I have to put back on the bag, probably 60 pounds would be a lot. It's like conditioning. You just have to build it up gradually. You cannot just jump in. Well, you find out, if you have a table and then you put it back there, you find out, 60 pounds, 80 pounds, so you cannot move it very far.
Is there an Iron Hand type training in William Cheung?
Yeah. Have to train with medicine. Have to train with medicine.
Is that yellow vinegar? Is this yellow vinegar used to train?
No, not vinegar. I mean, it's more complicated than the formula with herbs.
Is it purchased?
Yeah, but well, I haven't got any in the map. I haven't get the same over here, and it's very expensive. So, like it's really expensive.
What does it do? Does it strengthen the skin, the bone?
No, they train the bone. They train the bone. So the medicine is we'll have to be able to take off the bruises within 5 minutes or swallow within 5 minutes. It has to work like that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with arthritis or rheumatism. So the medicine is very, very expensive.
What about, I know this is 55, but what about push-ups on the knuckles? Push-ups on the knuckles.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help your. I mean, you only flatten the knuckle, but you build up the calluses does not mean that your bone is stronger.
See if you had that fingertips.
It can be very dangerous. In fact, the first person, the person who taught Bruce Lee the fingertip push-up, 2-finger push-ups, was William and you can do a lot of damage to. Can tear the ligaments of your thumb or. See, when you do fingertip push-ups, it does not really strengthen your finger. but in fact you just train on the muscles along here.
What would you say is a good exercise for strength?
Amen.
What would you consider a good exercise for strengthening things like that?
the elbow strike, right? So from here, elbow strike, and then parks up, right? So from here, elbow strike. So you go. So same thing that when you make contact and then you turn, right? So from here, elbow, and then strike. Right? So elbow, right? Check his elbow, and then so one. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So come up, down. So you cover this punch like that, then
what kind of block is that? That's not a poppy, it's a tune cell. Ah.
so you bring him over, then you can use this one and then this one. So you got follow through 1, 2, right? 3, right? So it's in fact 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, speed, right? Right. So it just, but this first one you bring him down, then this one, just, and then this goes behind. Right? So you got to loosen up the elbow and the body.
The front hand or the rear hand, which should you use?
Doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
As long as you work with the outside.
Yeah. First one, bring your body down. You can step in, right? Yeah, you can step in. And also, say if it's the punch is coming, say if the punch is underneath, right? So you don't need, the punch is underneath, you don't need to bring this down because it's already down, right? So what you do is, right? And then you can just move straight in. Right? You can move straight in, right? Just cover this. Right? Cover this and move straight in. All right? Yeah. Yes?
What you do against the use the same blocks?
Yeah, because you, right? You, see this is what you call the tune sound. It's like threaten the needle, right? So you stop this one, you stop it coming past, right? So from here, right, and then bring him in. But you cover the elbow, will bring him in. Yeah, that will bring him in. Okay. Yes.
You cover the elbow. Can that also be used as a break? To break the elbow.
You can hurt him from here, but it's not a break because the force is not going opposite direction, right? And also, see if he's, say from here, you could go in like that. Huh? You could go in like this. Huh? I'm underneath you. Okay, let's try for low punch and maybe a high punch, and try the other side, and then we'll move on to something else. We can practice the guns out, right? So what we're trying to do is from here, a gun, a kick, and then. So the person throws the kick in, kick, and then. Right. So you use the side step, the gun, get your weight in the back foot. Okay. Okay, so let's do one side. 1, 2, 3, punch. 1, 2, 3, punch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mix it up. And then the other arm comes in, right? There. So let's try this one, right? Just add on 1, 2, 3. Just add on this, right? And okay. And then we after this, we'll add on the lower side kick. Okay. This is from the wooden dummy. when you're about here, then you check the elbow. Then you go over. Then you go here. Okay. Some of you are going too close, so that's why you get all the sort of a tangle up. Right? Don't need to go too close. Right? It's better to get a distance. So yes.
Let's strike. Is that the floor or the chin?
Go up to the chins, right? But before you do that, that's one movement that you, right? This movement, that's sort of a unique movement, right? You can inside. Okay.
So it doesn't matter which hand, as long as you cover the lead elbow.